just you and I.
Hey guys, my name is Nestor from Insane Destruction, and today we're going to be reviewing the Arteza water brush pens. I got the 96¢. These are not sponsored. I bought these with my own money, so this is going to be probably the realest one that you're going to get, because I'm gonna tell all of the secrets on these Arteza brush pens. So the first thing that I did notice is that I bought these off of the original site of Arteza, and the packaging, I feel like they could have secured it more. Then again, if you think about it, what's gonna happen if you drop water brush pens? Not much damage. So I understand the lack of protection, but I mean, still, I just feel like they could have protected it more. But I mean, I'm not gonna dock points because it is reasonable not to dock it as much as maybe like, I don't know, something glass or fragile or something. Maybe like a water brush pan, something, but these are pens, so it's okay. The packaging also, I have already used these, as you can probably see by the fact that they don't close again anymore. I did notice that it's kind of a hindrance. I mean, I'd have to tape this back down to, you know, see if it'll like even, look, see, like, I'd have to tape this back down to even have it stay. It comes with 6 layers for the 96 set and a water brush here. It's already filled with water, like I said. It's already playing around with the toys, so I'm sorry about that. Do, however, have these full-on color coded. If I can slide these all out and show you. Okay. So this is where you would put the water brush pen. Okay, so as you can probably see, it goes from skin tones down to reds, and then it picks up as you go down the line, which is super amazing. I really like that, like, because I hate when I have to reorganize the colors, which I've had to do with some other sets. But I mean, these don't have me do it. The thing that I was most depressed about is the fact that they are lacking in the gray tones, which I was looking forward to seeing because I really like gray tones to draw with when I'm doing just I'm sorry, I was saying like that. Just doing small drawings, and I don't have many of those. I think I only have like 5. I don't even have 6. All right, that's awesome. Well, this is also a gray, but it's more like a blue gray, so 6 grays I have, and then I also only have about these many, like, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 browns, which again is pretty depressing, but I can get through that. The rest of the colors, though, I do have a lot of range in. I just wish I had more range in the browns and the grays. But other than that, they have a lot of range in the reds, the purples, the blues, the oranges, stuff like that. They have a lot of range. And for a 96 set, that's amazing. Just if you guys could make more grays. I mean, I feel like you could substitute some of the colors that you have, like in blues and purples, and just like add those to the grays. Because a lot of people like to do monochrome colors, such as I do. I don't post mine, but I do like to do them. They're like how I practice a lot of the time. So I would very much appreciate it if you added more colors. So let me see if I can just grab a random color out again. So these are the pens. I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can. Okay. And they're like super flexible. They kind of remind me of like a paintbrush, you know? They do snap back, it seems, off first glance. The pen itself is, from what I've heard, longer than the other ones. I don't know. I do not own any of the other water brush pens. So these are my first ones to, you know, that I've I can't speak today. That I've used. And apparently they're longer than the others. So, I mean, take that as you will. Apparently they have more ink. Do hold the name of the color on there. And, of course, the brand name. Other than that, nothing super extraordinary about them. I heard these are not refillable, so you'd have to probably buy the whole set. I looked on the site, I couldn't really find anything. I could also not find if these were light fast, but then again, for their price, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't light fast. I looked on the back of the box. I also looked on their site themselves, and it did not say if they were light fast or not. So they probably are going to fade over time. Which, I mean, hey, whatever, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty depressed, seeing as the piece I'm going to be working on is well, let's just say, I'm going to be depressed about that, but it's fine. It's all in the name of science. So I'm going to probably put these all back into the set. I'm going to get down to swatching, and then I will tell you guys the pros and the cons of what I found as I was making this speed paint. So, yeah. Until then. Bye.
trigger is warm within my hand. My life is in my control. I threw it all away cause it was only an empty frame. There's no proof I exist. Hell, it took everything I have to save myself. How did it all end up like this? I see the path I've long avoided. There's no one left to know where else to go. They can screw itself and die as I helplessly look out for prey. I'm alone in my world. I call you song of love. This world is twisted, you blink and miss it. All of my hopes and dreams, they break and fall away. I'm so sick and tired of this torment. Took my precious life. The dark cloud in my heart is a thought destroyed. hear them calling me. There's proof that I hear, 'cause instead now that they're here, it's like I've been released. How did it all end up like this? I see the path I've long avoided, but now that all my hesitation's gone, fate can screw itself and die as I'm screaming out your trumpet prey. Alone in my world, I hear a song of love. This world is twisted, but I won't miss it. And in my hands I'll crush all my complaining cries. Though it sometimes sucks, I'll grin and bear it. It's my precious life. It can screw itself and die as I helplessly only cry for prey. Alone in my world, I cry a song of love. This world is twisted, you blink and miss it. All of my hopes and dreams, they break and fall away. I'm so sick and tired of this torment. Goodbye, precious life. Could take a new coat of paint while I'm frozen, being all truffle prey. Alone in my world, I sing a song of love. This world is twisted, but I won't miss it. And with the bonds we've made, they will keep us strong. Though it sometimes sucks, I'll grin and bear it. It's my precious life.
Tonight, we honor the hero.
Tonight they'll don their masks, the kids that tear it down, and all the scheming lies will soon evoke the end. Turn up the temperature, entice that golden taste, give it some flavor, flavor, flavor. Just wanna hold your hand. Just wanna hold your hand. Just wanna hold your hand.
Come on, yeah, you. Let's bring it on back to zero, shall we?
Let's drive them crazy. Return to the yesterday we cast away. The scene will overflow. Let's drive them crazy. We'll overrun the point of no return. I know. Let's drive them crazy till you will find your bed.
Okay, first let me apologize if it sounds muffled. It's because of the mask, but I don't want to take the mask off, so you're gonna have to deal with it. There's also gonna be a fan running because I live in a really hot area and I could die from heat stroke, you know. Kinda not trying to die early on, just saying. I wanted to read off the pros and the cons that I got from the Arteza water brush pens. The first thing I noticed is that one of my brushes like frayed super badly to the point where it did not hold together properly anymore. I'll show a clip here if I can. The other ones is that the other brushes also did fray, but I mean not fray. Some of the bristles did fall out of the brushes and the water brush that came with it. But those are easy fixes, just kind of pull it out and you'll be fine. So let me go on with some pros. So you'd have to be close up to see this, but they do sparkle. So it seems like they put some type of glitter formula in it. Not all of them sparkle, but a good amount of them do. And I mean, I really appreciate that, because who doesn't like sparkles? They're affordable, which is the most important for beginner artists. They are usually discounted. I had noticed I had got mine at a 65% off discount, along with like another 10% off discount. So I was pretty, pretty chill about that, you know? I pay like $59, almost $60 for the 96 set, and usually it goes for about 100, I think. I don't for sure remember. I think it's in its hundreds, but currently it's on discount, so if you go and you want the 96 set, then you can get it on a discount currently, so yeah. The names of the colors are on the barrel, which is a huge plus. Some of them don't have these colors, they don't have the colors on the barrel, which is really stupid of me, but I mean, whatever. I guess it costs more to print the names on it, but it's so convenient when they're printed on like that. So I do appreciate that. They do blend. They blend with water and they blend without water, just with the water brushes together. So if you were wondering about that, they do blend, and they blend amazingly. I did really love that. And the last one is that they have fast shipping. The fast shipping was pretty good. I think it shipped in like 3 days. It got here. Then again, I don't know for other countries. I live in California, so it probably came to me really quickly because it is stationed really close by to me. At least the package said it was. I think it was from Las Vegas, so really close to me. So that's probably why I got here in like 3 days. But I mean, hey, what do I know, right? So those are the pros, but there are cons, of course. To every art supply, there's gonna be a con. There's no perfect art supply. So, like I said earlier, the bristles did fall out, which was kind of an inconvenience, seeing as I was working on a large art piece. And because it was like kind of falling out, I had to stop and pull out the bristles. And then by that point, the freaking color dried, and I was like, oh, okay then, that's always nice, no blending for me. They do feel cheap. The barrel itself feels really plasticky and like cheap, but that should not really falter in the decision making of like if you want to buy them or not, because it really doesn't matter what they kind of feel like. It matters on how they work. So I mean, they work well, like I said. So the water pen bristles also fell out. I found that was pretty mad. I was mad about that. I ended up just using my Winsor & Newton brushes to do this drawing because I have more experiences with those other than with the water brush pen that they provided. So, yeah. They dry really quickly, and I know that some people don't mind the drying really quickly, but I did because I was trying to do like extra blending and it wasn't allowing me to blend very much. So I had to do really quick work, and that kind of explains why some of them were like awkward and others weren't. Then there are not light fast, which I said earlier, just to bring back all the points from earlier and now, from when I was finished. These are some that I don't know if you'll really find as an inconvenience. I didn't find them too inconvenience.
But if you go too quickly, it will not make a correct line. It'll be like really like not colorful, and if you go slow, it'll do its job. But I guess this happens with all brush pens because I was doing my Pentel earlier, and I realized my Pentel does the same thing. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe this is just with all brush pens. So I don't know if you'll find that as an inconvenience. You shouldn't. If you're looking for brush pens, just expect that to happen. And then the colors, like, once they dry down, they are dried down. Like, completely dried down. And the removal of them is, like, way harder than if they were wet. So, like, make sure you do the blending really quickly, because that's kind of what you would... If you want the blended look, you need to do it really quickly, or you're not going to get that blended look. There's also the fact that you cannot do a wet-on-wet technique with these, simply because I used the one that I had said, like, frayed a whole lot. I was using water pans, and it just, like, completely destroyed the brush, which I was confused about. I tried to, like, kind of brush it up, kind of like, you know, that actually looked wrong. Don't do that, never mind. But I tried to brush it upwards, and it just didn't stay, and every time I put it back on paper, it just, like, spread out again. So I don't know what that's all about, but maybe you want to check that out, Arteza. And there's also the fact that if you push these in water, then the color will fade, and you get this really gradient look, which I loved, absolutely adored, honestly. I don't think I used it much in this piece, but I wish I kind of did. But there was no place for me to use it, so I couldn't really use it. But it really does give a really nice blended effect. And if you want it to be a little lighter when coloring the skin... Oh, I did use it. I used it for, like, the skin. Though I messed up on my OC Writer skin because I wanted to see how it would look without the blended... the wet and dipping the brush inside the water. I don't know why I can't speak English today. I just can't. But I wanted to see how that would look. And as you can tell, I messed up his skin. But I mean, I wasn't super satisfied with this drawing anyway. I would change a whole lot if I were to redo it. I might redo it maybe in the future, but not now. I have other drawings that I need to complete. That needs to be, like, completed. And I'm kind of, like, up at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to record this. So, I mean, you know, yeah. So, other than that, the brush... I would suggest that you buy these if you're on a budget and you want water brush pens, or if you want watercolors, but you want it in a more controlled environment. If you can get past that, the bristles will fall out, and there is also the fact that they dry really quickly, and pretty much all the cons I said. Honestly, I do... Oh. I do suggest these for beginners. It's like a really good starter for beginners in watercoloring. I mean, I'm a beginner in watercolor still. I'm still trying to test the waters with them, so I might be using these in the future, but I can see using these more on smaller pieces, because on bigger pieces they did not work as well as I feel like they could have if I drew like a smaller piece, like a chibi, or just like a one character thing and no background. But in the end, I really suggest that you buy them. I mean, hey, and it's really cheap. So, unlike my watercolor, like my Winsor & Newton ones, these are really cheap for a whole lot of watercolors that you get in the set. If they added more grays, Arteza, come on with my grays, man. And I think that's honestly all I have to really say about the whole thing. So, links are in the description for the Arteza in the pack that I bought. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All my social medias will be in the description down below. Leave a comment about how you feel about Arteza, if you use them, or if you just want to buy them. As I said, I'm not sponsored, so I don't have a code down there, but I still suggest you buy them if you're a beginner. I don't probably suggest if you're not a beginner to buy them, or if you actually have a little bit more money to spend, then I don't suggest these, especially if you want the archival, because they're not archival. But other than that, I mean, they're really solid brush pens. So, why not buy them, right? Other than that, you could say, a choo choo. Bye. Who? Testing. 1, 2, 3. I like me some yaoi and some oof booty. Aha. Who? Let's be gay for a day. It's okay. How about bye for a while? That's okay too. No, but no. Let's see. Let's be gay for a day, 'cause it's okay. Let's be bi for a while, that's okay. Let's be pan for a band. No. Hey, let's be gay for a day, 'cause it's okay. Let's be bi for a while and say, hey. Let's be pan while we can, 'cause we're not straight. Whoa. Oh. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who? It's a Daddy Phantom. Dun dun dun. Da 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 da. I actually don't remember that theme song. Why am I trying so hard?